Alright, baby.
Okay, so we're talking about seven then. I'm all yes. Like, what would you rate it?
Well, sincerely, I'm going to a 9 over 10.
Really? Why?
Okay, let me be serious. I'll rate it an 8 over 10.
Okay.
So, um, 8 over 10 is a good mark now.
Yeah.
Seven Doors was really good. Like, it was so good for an indigenous film. I think I appreciated from the costume, the casting, the dialogue. Excuse me, sorry, the dialogue. Um, I liked that infusion of cultures, like how they try to bring the Igbo and the Yoruba culture together. I love that they kind of like displayed what an intertribal marriage is like when there is love and affection.
Yeah.
I think it kind of like portrays or communicates unity in a certain way. The storyline was different. It wasn't one of those
Yes.
movies like I didn't know what to expect next. Like I will predict something as per usual now, not normal Nollywood film, but like it's not what I expected that will happen or what I predicted that will happen. Something else will happen. So I think that was really impressive. One thing I felt was
Missing? Or could have been done better?
Chioma. Can you hear me, darling?
Yes, I can.
So the character Amaka, I think that was her name, played by Chioma. The characters Femi and Esusu. Esusu, I think that was the character. There was a character called Esusu in the movie.
Yeah, the
I feel
villain.
like
One of the
they
villains.
carried the entire film. So everybody was good. Everybody did their acting well and all of that. But when on it was star studded. Do you understand? Everybody like was star studded. People that are faces, and you could tell that these three people's art kind of will I say douse the art of the other people. I mean it's not their fault, it's a good thing, do you understand? But I kind of feel like not everybody I don't know, that thing that happens when I don't want to use the word intimidation, but when someone's art intimidates your art and it kind of like outshines or overshines. I know these three people might have been the lead and all of that, but um I feel like they're 100% kind of doused maybe the 60% that others were giving. Do you get me? It was not equal. Let me just put it like that. It was not giving like that. But Shoma was exceptional.
Yeah.
She was exceptional. I have never, listen, she's been a great actor, but I've never seen her like that before.
Me
She
too.
gave, she became, I didn't see Trauma, I saw the character, Amaka. Of course, Femi Adebayo was exceptional as well. Those two people, the acting was unbelievably exceptional. Now, for the character Isusu, I would give that guy. That guy was okay. I recently just found his actual page on Instagram, and I
Okay.
promise you, you will never believe it was that guy that played Isusu. That's to show you how much he became. Because I didn't know him prior, sincerely. I had to just go look for who played the character Isusu. And there is no, it's not about the makeup. Of course, the makeup for Isusu was different. They had to make him look really monstrous.
Yeah.
But this person, like his personality, the way he talks as a person, has nothing absolutely to do with the character. And it was beautiful to see that an actor can embody a character so much yourself, your persona. Like, oh
Yeah.
yes, I'm supposed to play a monster, but can I have powder and
And
eye
some
pencil,
lipstick.
please? Can I leave a bit of myself in this character, please? But this person, like as an actor, you strip yourself naked, and I feel like that's what Femi, Choma, and Isusu did for that movie. They stripped themselves completely, were completely nude of their actual selves, and became the character 100. And the dialogues, they were beautiful. I mean, they tried to do the back in the day, so it was dated in the ancient days, I think 1950s or something. So they tried, I mean, with costume, even though there were a bit of higgy here and there, that didn't quite, that kind of, you still see the modern touch,
Yeah.
like when they wear the Afro wig was not Afro wigging, that it was a wig that was worn, there was just a little bit modernized touch to it. But um, aside that, everything was beautiful. Sincerely, everything was beautiful. There was a scene in the movie that kind of, I mean, for other people, it might have been good, though, but it felt cartoonish to me. There
Which
was a
one?
battle, like there was a fight or something. So you see those parts. I think the choreography part where they have to choreograph maybe their fight scenes and stuff. It was very ickish to me. I want to do the Gen Z language. It was very it was very it wasn't really giving. It was giving but but I mean, aside those kind of like little, sincerely, I really can't fault that movie. In fact, I'm going to take it from an 8 to 8.5 over 10.
Amazing.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It was beautiful. I would love to see any movie that's like Seven Doors. This producer has done something before that was also magnificent.
Yeah.
Jago Jago, I think. So I mean, doing Seven Doors, I think that you can see there's improvement. There's a trend of improvement. There's this trend of I want to be better. There's a trend of I'm not just making movies because I want to make a movie. I'm making movies because I want to communicate something. I mean, that's one thing that we're lacking these days. You see, message. Then back in the days, you watch a movie and you learn something. Do you understand? And I think this producer or this person is out to bring back that thing where you watch a movie and you get a message. You watch a movie and you can relate to a particular character. I think that's just beautiful. And yes, I keep talking about Shoma Femi and Isugai because I feel like they stood out for me. I feel like they gave their 100. I feel like for veterans, I'll call them veterans, they've been there even before I was born. For veterans to still give this kind of performance, it is beautiful. Listen, I know that sometimes the formings, I mean, over time, you become a veteran, meaning that ain't nobody at your level. Do you get me? The formings kind of infiltrate into the character that you're playing. Maybe on set, you have to be who you are. You have to be your big name that you are. So your performance, some veterans don't really give anymore. I'm not even going to lie. But these people, to still be able to strip themselves off their persona and give the characters, no, excuse you, that movie deserves a 9/10, but I'm still going to leave it at an 8.5.
I was just
So that you don't
clapping
see like I
here. Yay! That's amazing.
am. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, also, when they brought it out, I couldn't see it though. Like I did everything to see that movie like consecutive. It's like watching cinema from home. So you pay a certain amount to watch the movie for people in diaspora. So apparently the movie wasn't. We couldn't access it on Netflix for those in diaspora. Yeah. So they just kept the producer and everyone, the cast, they just kept bringing out videos, letting us know that it was going to come out on, I think on the 20th. They said on the 20th then in December on Seki TV. So I was just waiting for it to come out like this because I've seen like I've been following up the trailers, following up the snippets that they were dropping, and I mean, for a producer that did the movie I mentioned earlier, Jago Jago, I am looking out for anything that he does really because it community like he's good or whatever he's doing is good. He has to just keep it up, And I think it was beautiful. I also, I don't just follow the movie. I follow even the interviews that happen at post production after the movie. So I watched a couple of their interviews and I watched how Choma got into the character, was casted and all of that. How the script was sent to her, and she's like, but this is a Yoruba script, so are you sending me a Yoruba script? Do I know how to speak Yoruba? Do you get? So I think that the writer, the entire crew. I'm not even going to take anybody out. Everybody gave their very best. The editing, the makeup, everything was beautiful. I think that's a good mark for Nollywood. I mean, when people give them their flowers, that's a good mark for Nollywood. I think it was beautiful. All those faults I'm trying to look for, just let it be that it's not the easy about the film, but it was good. It was really good, seriously. I really, really, really liked it. I loved the dialogue. And I kind of, when I was watching Shema, I was like, oh, am I not the one that is acting this?
You are seeing yourself.
I
In
was seeing myself in the character so much. What would do? Okay, in the next second, if it was me, I was going to wail. In the next second, I'm going to take it in, and the tears will just drop. And I promise you,
she
that
was
is
doing
the
everything.
next thing she will do. And you're like, who is this
And even
person?
it validates you as an
Who is this
actress. Like, oh my
actress?
god.
God. Ah, you know when you're watching the movie and you're soaked inside, my soul, my body, everything was inside the film.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. I was so impressed, and it's beautiful to see that Femi Adebayo is trying to keep up the trend, keep up the trend of what he has started. He's improving as he goes by. It's very beautiful to see. So yeah, that is my review on the movie Seven Doors.
Thank you so much. Like, your feedback has been so passionate. I promised myself to just stay off it, but just express as a. But even me, I'm not going to say anything. Because
Thank you.
before now, I'm not gonna say anything. But it's been like, thank you for the review. And
You're
there's
welcome.
something you said, because I like to, wrap up each episode with something. You said something
Okay.
about him like beating his past record, and I feel like Funke Akindele does that too. Like,
Yeah.
you're not competing with others, you're competing with yourself. Because if we get that right,
Yeah.
it's like everybody like, oh, I did this, the next one I have to do would be better. Then there's no how Nollywood wouldn't be better if
Won't be
we're not
better, of
competing
course.
with each other. But then we're competing against our last work. There's nothing wrong with healthy competition, anyways. But I picked that
True.
from what you said when you said he has
Yeah.
done all of this before. But I also felt like he 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 just pushed the boundaries. He just did better than his
Yeah.
last work. And I think for
Yes.
me, it's been the highlight. Like, okay, just pick this from this. Funke Akindele, you wish everybody the best, but then your goal is just beat your last record as high, as far, as unreachable as possible, and all of that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
So
so
much,
much
so
for
much.
having me.
Thank you.